Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everyone. How are you today? Hope you are all fine. I hope also that you understood the previous lesson 11.2. This chapter is very important, so concentrate very well, please. In this lesson, which is sector area and arc length, in the objectives in this lesson, that we will find the area of sectors and we will find arc lengths, two main objectives today. So the first one is the sector. What is the meaning of the sector? A sector of the circle or of a circle is a region bounded by two radii, this radius and this radius of the circle and their intercepted arc. This intercepted arc, which is AB here. This is the sector A C, B. How we name the sector? We name the sector by three letters, starting from the first point, which is on the circle. Then the middle point must be the center of the circle. Back and then continue to the second point on the circle. Now, this is the sector. This shaded area, we call it a sector of a circle. Now, how to find the area of this part of the circle? Of course, it depends on what? On the angle measure, the central angle measure, which depends on the measure of the arc. Measure of the arc is, if the measure of the arc m degrees, then how can we find it? We can find it using this formula. Now the area of the full circle is pi r squared, that we all know, pi r squared. Now to find the part of the area which is bounded for this from this arc here, so we will multiply the full area by the angle measure or the arc measure divided by 360, because here we want to find the part of the full circle. The full circle is 360. How much is the part? Is m degrees. This part, this fraction, we will multiply it by the full area. Okay, let's take an example. It is so easy. It is not difficult, not complicated. It is a direct idea. Find the area of each sector. Give answers in terms of pi and round it to the nearest 100. Now, we want to find the area of the sector HGJ. H, as we said, we start from the circle. G, the center of the circle. J, the second point on the circle, where the bounded arc is HG. Now, how to find the area? Simply, we will write the formula of the area of the sector, for the area of the sector. Area equal to pi r squared, the full circle area, multiplied by how much is this part from the circle, which is m degrees divided by 360 degrees. Substitute m 131 and r 12 meters. So we will get here this answer in terms of pi, and if we round it to nearest 100. Second one, find the area of this sector. This sector, how to find the area? Simply, this is 25 degrees out of 360 degrees, a full circle. So we multiply the area of the circle, the full area, by the part of the circle, which is 25 degrees divided by 360 according to the formula. Write the formula. Then substitute r and m. R is 5, sorry, and m is 25 degrees. Find the answer in terms of pi and round it to nearest 100. Another one, find the area of the sector where the central angle is 90 degrees. Again, back to the previous lesson, the central angle, the measure of the central angle exactly equal to the measure of the arc bounded here. Okay. So again, we will write, look here, this 90 degrees, it means that this part, this sector is 1/4 of the circle. It is 1/4 of the full circle. 90 degrees, this is 1/4 of the full circle. So we can find the area of the full circle like this. Yani we think of this question. We find the area of the circle, which is pi r squared, which is pi times 1 squared, pi. The area of the full circle is pi. Now, this is 1/4 of the circle. So what we will do, we will divide the full circle by 4, which is pi over 4. The answer is pi over 4. This is orally how we think of the question. How we write? We first write the formula. Substitute r by 1 meter and m by 90 degrees. Then here pi times 1. This is the answer. As we said here, this is pi over 4 or 1/4 pi. This is 1 over 4, by the way, and which is equal to 7,900 meters squared. Okay, and check it out. 1. Find the area of each sector. Again, sector J, K, L. This sector has arc measure 36 degrees. It means that the angle, the central angle, is also 36 degrees with radius 16. Again, write the formula. Substitute R with 16 and M with 36. After you substitute, here simplify the answer by your calculator. Now, the second idea in this lesson is the segment of a circle. What is the segment of a circle? The segment of a circle is different than the segment in general. Segment of a circle is a region bounded by an arc and its chord. What's the meaning of this? Now, look at this figure. Now, this here in this circle, this all the orange with the green, this, as we said before, this we call it a sector. This is a sector. This green one all, it is the sector. And this is a triangle. The orange is the triangle. Now, what is the segment of the circle? Is this only part, this green part. Only this one. Only this part. Okay, what we will do in order to find the area of this part, look, this is not a circle nor a triangle. So here, how to find the area of this segment? What we will do is to find the area of the full sector. Then we subtract the area of this triangle. Now, this green sector, if you remove the green, then you will get this part only. So to get this area of segment area, we will find the area of the sector, step number 1. Step number 2, the area of the triangle. Then the third step, we subtract the two answers. Let's take an example for that one. Find the area of a segment RST. Look, RST to the nearest 100. Now, how we will find it? This segment. What we will do, as we said, step number 1, we will find the area of the sector, the whole sector, RST, all, which is, as we did before, pi r square, m degrees divided by 360 degrees. Now we substitute r by 4 and m by 90 degrees. Then we get the answer. It is 4 pi m square. Step number 2, as we said, we will find the area of this triangle, RST. Find the area of triangle RST. This is a right triangle. The area of the right triangle is half times base times height. Now the base is this one, the height is that one. The base is ST, the height is RS. This is 4 and this is also 4, then since this is a radius and this is a radius. So we will multiply half times 4 times 4. The answer is 8 meters squared. Now in the third step, we will subtract the area of the full sector RST and the area minus the area of the triangle. 4 pi was the area of the sector and 8, it was the area of the triangle. The answer approximately 4.57 meters squared. Okay. Now in the same way that the area of a sector is a fraction of the area of the circle, the length of an arc is a fraction also of the circumference of the circle. What's the meaning of this here? The arc length is the distance along an arc measured in linear units, What's the meaning of this? What is the length of arc AB? Arc AB. What is the length? Now it is different than the measure of the arc. If we said what is the measure of the arc, it means that we have to take the measure of the central angle. But if we said what is the length of the arc, then we have to follow this formula. This formula comes from what? This 2 pi r is the full circumference of the circle. And part of it is this m degrees. The measure of the arc. The measure of the arc means again, it is the measure of the central angle in front of the arc. Now we will divide the measure of the angle divided by 360. This is the part of the full circumference. How to apply it? This is the first example. Find the area, find the length of the arc FG, the length. What is the length of this arc? If you know that the central angle, which is in front of it, 134 degrees. Be careful here, the central angle is not drawn, but they gave you the measure. So step number 1, we write the formula. L equal to 2 pi r, m divided by 360. We substitute r by 8 degrees as it is shown in the figure, and the m by the measure of the angle, 134 degrees. Now, simplify the answer in terms of pi and to the nearest hundred as shown. Now the second example, here also they want you to find the length of GH. The measure of GH means the measure of the angle which is in front of this arc is 40 degrees. What is the length now of GH? How much we need distance from G to H from the full circumference, right? The formula of the sector. Here, substitute R with 6 and M substitute with the 40. Now, substitute, then simplify in terms of pi and to nearest hundred. Last example here, find each arc length here. An arc will measure 135 degrees in a circle with radius 4. The the circle is not drawn. So simply write the formula 2 pi r, the full circumference, multiplied by the part of the circle wanted. Radius is 4, so we will substitute r with 4, and the measure of the angle is 135 degrees. Replace it and simplify it in terms of pi and to nearest 100. That's all. Thank you so much for listening. Bye bye.